For years, both Katt Williams and Dave Chappelle have been sounding alarms about Kevin Hart's associations, especially with Diddy, and it turns out they may have had good reason. Dave Chappelle has long hinted that Kevin's meteoric rise wasn't just talent-driven, suggesting that Kevin may have compromised himself within the industry for fame and fortune. Chappelle, known for speaking out about the darker side of Hollywood, shared some revealing insights that back his claims. Meanwhile, Katt Williams has hinted about a closer-than-expected relationship between Kevin and Diddy, one that has allegedly existed right under our noses for years. Now, these two are ready to spill the tea, and it's piping hot. If there's one thing Dave Chappelle is known for, it's his willingness to call out the entertainment industry for placing black men in situations that often end in public humiliation. This same perspective has fueled his suspicion that Kevin Hart may have made significant trade-offs for his success. While there's no question that Kevin worked hard to get to where he is today, his seemingly sudden leap to the top of the comedy world now raises questions. Interestingly, there's one particular moment that fans point to as the turning point: Kevin's appearance on Saturday Night Live, where he agreed to wear a dress.
The new pope is 9-year-old Oscar nominee, Kavin Wallace.
Wow. Wow. I don't think anyone saw this one coming.
Interestingly, before the SNL performance, Kevin Hart had been vocal about never wearing a dress, citing it as humiliating, especially as a black man. He openly vowed that he wouldn't follow the path many black comedians had taken in Hollywood. Yet, his stance seemed to change in that moment, leading some fans to question what may have led him to compromise on a principle he once held so firmly.
Dave Chappelle, another great comedian, said that, in the industry, they tried to make him wear a dress. Have you ever ran into that with scripts, and is that something that, you wouldn't do, for...
I definitely haven't ran into putting on the dress. I mean, you have to have boundaries. You have to have limits that you refuse to cross. For me, I know what they are. They've yet to be challenged, so, I'll have to speak on. I was asked to dribble a basketball on a talk show this morning.
You
said
look
no
good,
to
right?
Not that I was a dress, but I was like, no, it looks stupid. But at the end of the day, you gotta know that you're a brand. I'm a brand. You need to protect your brand at all times. When things happen that could possibly affect your brand, your brand can be diminished, and you don't want that to happen. So, protecting my brand is definitely a priority.
Those familiar with Dave Chappelle know his strong stance on black men being pressured to wear dresses and act feminine in Hollywood. He sees it as a tactic by industry power players to control and undermine black men's image and masculinity. Chappelle has often voiced that these practices are not just comedic choices but rather deeper, intentional moves to limit black men's autonomy in the entertainment industry.
I can't call it Chappelle Show because my name and likeness is being used by them in perpetuity throughout the universe. It's in the contract.
It's difficult not to wonder if Dave Chappelle is right about the industry's subtle manipulation, especially when you consider the number of black men encouraged to wear dresses on screen compared to their white peers. For Chappelle, the issue isn't just the act, it's what it symbolizes. This pressure and the discomfort he felt around it were among the reasons he famously walked away from a massive $50 million Comedy Central deal in 2005. He didn't just turn down the contract but also left the country to live in South Africa, leaving fans and the media speculating wildly about his decision. While he was away, rumors about his mental health and even drug abuse circulated. But upon his return, Chappelle went on the Oprah Winfrey Show to set the record straight. He revealed that his departure was due to messed up conditions within the contract, ones that he couldn't morally accept. According to him, there was a deeper, more troubling side to the industry's operations, with deals that seemed structured to control and humiliate black talent under the guise of fame and fortune. His revelations sparked a broader conversation about the sacrifices black artists face in Hollywood.
I've been in show business since I was 14, and I've heard the stories of what happens, and I've seen these kinds of things play out in front of me.
Okay. When you say you heard the stories, what do you mean? What stories?
I mean, you see, Mariah Carey made a $100 million deal, and 3 months later, she's all of a sudden mysteriously crazy. Martin Lawrence punches through, and he's waving at the street screaming, they're trying to...
Yeah, we hear those stories.
And it always happens around the time of their career when it seems as though they're crossing over the next plateau.
Dave explained that he turned down the contract because he understood the hidden costs of fame in the entertainment industry. He was aware of the extreme pressures and compromises that artists are often forced to make to reach that top level of success. For him, no amount of money was worth sacrificing his principles, and he refused to be pushed into doing things he didn't agree with. In his eyes, the industry's demands often came at too high a personal price, and he wasn't desperate enough to accept that.
Like when I connect dots that maybe shouldn't be connected, I don't know. But certain dots, like when I see that they put every black man in the movies in a dress at some point in their career, I be connecting them down like, wow, this brother's gonna wear a dress. It's happened to me. I'm doing a movie with Martin.
Yeah.
The movie's going good. So I walk in the trailer. I'm like, man, this must be a wrong trailer because there's a dress in here.
When Oprah asked about the contract details, Dave revealed that Comedy Central allegedly pressured him to create sketches he felt were socially irresponsible. He believed they intended to set him up as a target, aiming for audiences to laugh at him rather than with him, undermining the integrity of his comedy. For Dave, the essence of comedy is genuine connection and shared laughter, not exploitation. Faced with these conditions, he realized he couldn't continue if it meant sacrificing his values and artistic vision for the sake of a contract.
They come in. The writer comes in. I think he's the writer. He's like, Dave, listen, you got this hilarious scene where Martin's sneaking out of jail. So he disguises you as a prostitute. And he put this dress on. And, Martin? No, I'm not doing that. I don't feel comfortable with that. That should have been in the discussion. What? You don't feel comfortable with it? It's a hilarious bit. All the greats have done it. So, well, all the greats have done it. It's kind of hacky, right? You're right. So why don't we just not do it? Because I don't feel comfortable wearing a dress. Oh, come on, Dave. Listen, we got it all set up. We're supposed to shoot. Every minute you waste costs this much money. You know, the pressure comes in.
Dave also revealed that, like many black men in Hollywood, he almost faced the dress pressure during a movie with Martin Lawrence. He saw it as part of a pattern used to humiliate black actors, pushing them to compromise their dignity for laughs. This experience, along with other industry pressures, highlighted the sacrifices he refused to make for fame and helped shape his decision to walk away.
Producers come on, David would be so great. I mean, and then I started thinking about it. All the comics that I've seen, man, you know, strong brothers, why they putting us in these dresses? But the minute it was clear, I was adamant, I'm not wearing a dress, I'm not wearing the dress. All right, fine, think of something else. That comes back 10 minutes later, the whole new scene. Hot damn, how did you write the scene so fast?
Dave also shared that scenes where black men are pressured to wear dresses often seem unnecessary and don't add to the plot. Instead, they portray damaging stereotypes, like the angry black woman, which he found both stereotypical and pointless. During one film with Martin Lawrence, Dave refused a role requiring him to wear a dress. Instead of respecting his choice, producers pressured him heavily, arguing that many famous actors had done it, that it wasn't a big deal, and that he should just get it over with. To Dave, this wasn't just about comedy, it felt like a means of controlling black men in the industry. Standing firm, he chose to uphold his values rather than conform to a narrative he felt was disrespectful, reinforcing his perspective on the industry's expectations.
Kevin doesn't have to worry about what people are going to say about him wearing a dress because of the long line of dress-wearing people before him. So now we had Big Mama's house 1, 2, and 3. Yeah. I've never seen Medea in a pantsuit. I think she wears dresses. So now I'm saying, why are we picking on poor little Kevin Hart? Because it was his turn next.
The wildest part? Producers already had a second version of the script prepared in case Dave refused to wear the dress, underscoring his point that the dress scenes were unnecessary. It didn't make sense why they pressured him so hard to wear it if they had an alternative ready to go. This backup script revealed how optional the scenes were, raising questions about why there was such insistence on putting black men in these roles, even when they added nothing to the storyline.
Well, as you can see, I've let it all go for quite some time, and a lot of that is just based upon the fact that I don't really know how to complain because all of the people that I ever looked up to had to go through it too. So I know how much they talked about Martin Luther King, and I know what they ended up doing to him. I know this same story about Jesus and a few of my uncles. So now I know that if your mouth is really, really big and you try to tell the truth for a living and you like to air people out, hatred is coming your way.
If anyone feels strongly about black men being pressured to wear dresses, it's Dave Chappelle. Unsurprisingly, he did not approve of Kevin Hart's infamous dress-wearing moment on SNL. Interestingly, after that appearance, Kevin's career skyrocketed, making him one of Hollywood's top comedians seemingly overnight. But he wasn't the only one weighing in on this issue. Katt Williams has also been vocal about the plight of black men in the entertainment industry. When asked about Kevin wearing a dress, Katt highlighted that this troubling trend has been occurring in Hollywood for decades. He pointed out that Kevin wasn't the first black entertainer to don a dress in order to achieve success. This pattern raises critical questions about the industry's treatment of black men, illustrating a troubling narrative that suggests that humiliation may be a rite of passage for those seeking to rise to the top in entertainment.
Good or bad? My frustration with Katt Williams comes from, you keep pointing at Hollywood. Hollywood this, the white man, this, and this. When do you take responsibility for your actions? You had the shot.
Katt was in that position at one
You
point.
were the guy. You were set up to be the star. You didn't show up to work. You promo shoots. You your promo trips that they had set up for you. You became a risk to the studios, which is why the studio stopped.
Why was he a risk?
He chose you.
Oh, okay.
Take responsibility for what you chose and say, you know what, I gotta fix me, and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna stand up for comedy.
Katt also noted that he and Dave Chappelle may never reach Kevin Hart's level of fame because they refuse to be part of the secret society that operates within Hollywood. And their unwillingness to conform to the industry's demands and partake in its controversial rituals keeps them on the fringes, while Kevin's compliance has propelled him into the spotlight. This stark contrast underscores the harsh reality that success in Hollywood often comes with strings attached, raising concerns about the sacrifices artists must make for their careers.
In 15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show. There being a line for him ever getting a standing ovation at any comedy club. He already had his deals when he got here. Have we heard of a comedian that came to LA and in his first year in LA, he had his own sitcom on network television and had his own movie called Soul Plane that he was leading? No, we've never heard of that before that person or since that person. What do you think a plant is? Maybe people don't understand the definitions of these words. He just did his documentary with Chris Rock where he shows you that his whole upbringing in comedy was on the East Coast.
Yeah, it was.
So how simultaneously was he here in Los Angeles doing the same thing? It did happen.
Katt revealed that his career had taken a significant hit because he continuously spoke out about the shady aspects of the industry. His outspoken nature and refusal to stay silent about the darker side of Hollywood led to backlash, making it difficult for him to secure the same level of opportunities as those who play by the industry's unwritten rules. Despite the challenges, Katt remains committed to exposing the truth, even at the expense of his own career.
We got a lot of stars in the building right now. First and foremost, myself. Let's acknowledge that real quick before we get to questions. Shout out to my the eraser on his Timbs. Hey, Puff, look, real quick. I want to ask some people.
Hey, yo, for real, if you hit me that hard again.
Listen, okay?
For some reason, Kevin took offense to Katt's comments and lashed out, accusing Katt of having addiction issues, which he claimed were the real reason behind Katt's stalled career. Kevin's response seemed to shift the focus from the industry's practices to personal attacks, suggesting that Katt's struggles were purely self-inflicted rather than a reflection of the industry's pressures and injustices. This heated exchange highlighted the tension between the two comedians and their differing perspectives on success in Hollywood.
He's having a come to Jesus moment. He's about to turn Muslim here too, okay? Now close up all the doggone. I said, man, that's a good concept. Vegan burgers and stuff, you know? See, you're trying to do the right thing, trying to feed people plant-based and stuff like that, and God said, close them all up, shut them down. He said, shut them down. And so you did just that. I heard he had some shows in Mississippi that didn't sell, and he had to cancel them too. He going through some hard times. There's a lot of people ever since COVID. It's been hard for all of us. All of us. But particularly him, because he's not a good person. He was all up in the Diddy parties too. When you see him get real quiet on social media, there's a few of them that's been real quiet. Normally they the loudest in the room. It's they trying to think of what their answer and excuse is gonna be when this whole domino effect hits their brand. And all these studios need to hear is that he was at a Diddy party, and them contracts, the moral clauses that he's trying to, maneuver, because that's the reason why he ended up suing his blaming his best friend JT for extorting him. Even me. He's a family actor that does family movies, that only makes family movies, but we got a whole starring Kevin Hart and somebody other than his wife is the first line that my lawyers put in the damn lawsuit that got shut down. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Okay? This is not 2018. Okay? We're not playing that. You talking about you a family actor starring Jumanji, you do family movies, you do stop. You do midgets. And if you do like watching midgets screw, watch you hear this on the internet. Play with me. Now, Katt Williams, I already told you about this troll. Now he wanna come out instead of being a man, y'all saying hi. Stand on your. Why you running? Why you out here apologizing? Why you out here getting amnesia? You know why Katt don't mess with you? Katt already told you all lies will be exposed. The same way you lied on your best friend, the same way you lied on me using headlines. And then Katt Williams came to my defense. And so did your best friend to expose you. Can't stand this. Woo, I can't stand this man. Can't wait till his wife sit down and tell his business. It's gonna happen. Matter of fact, the court records are probably gonna tell him when them Diddy tapes slide out. Like he was sliding around the room probably with that baby on, couldn't get up. Probably like, cause you know he's short. Like, oh my God, you wife, you could use all this baby on. Come on, you know I got to go home. I can't be something like, okay? Hey! Nah, Nico probably like, you didn't come in here smelling like Jergens, Johnson & Johnson. Too much. I'm sorry, I hate when folks mess. Ooh, I can't wait till they start naming who in them damn videos. Oh my God. Oh my God. I know when everything in his name on them. I know his face is up in there because his head bigger than his body. You can be that's him right there. Yeah.
Fans have been vocal, commenting that Kevin Hart is synonymous with being a social climber, willing to do whatever it takes to gain fame. So far, Katt Williams hasn't lied. Everything he said has proven to be true. Many believe Katt will be the one to provide all the receipts, as he's endured a lot and is ready for some retribution. It's interesting how quiet Kevin has been during all of Diddy's troubles, especially since he's usually the first to crack a joke. What are your thoughts on Kevin being exposed like this? Share your opinions in the comments and then check out this next video.